Who am I? What is my purpose in this world? What talents do I have that give me meaning? So, Lao Tzu said, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. So, we all have our own unique story and characteristics that make up who we are and what we are destined to become. Rather than finding and creating our own story, society likes to create the story for us and change our talent to fit the current system. We were all born with this specific skill that is not only to be shared to make the world a better place, but to give us energy, joy, and meaning. Our particular talent is what forms our purpose on this earth. That purpose can only be fulfilled if one follows and trusts their ability that truly gives them meaning, not the talent that society tells them will provide them with meaning, but the talent that was spoken to them and shown to them by the eye from within. Socrates once said, "The nearest way to glory is to strive to be what you wish to be, what you thought to be." And whatever one envisioned their life as a kid, teen, or young adult was not a dream, but a preview of what their future entails. The divine gives you a sneak peek of what your kingdom will look like if you wholeheartedly believe and follow the vision given to you. Society and even those closest to you are programmed to shut that vision down at all costs and tell you to start thinking reality. The fact of the matter is that your vision wasn't given to them, so they won't understand it. They may understand to a certain extent, and because they only understand it to a certain extent, they will tell you it is not worth it. You'll be told that what you see within yourself is too risky and won't work. The truth is that only you were given that specific vision, and you are the only one who sees it and understands the full picture of it. In biblical text, it says, "Did you receive the Spirit by the works of the law or by hearing with faith?" So trust what you've been shown from within and have faith in your real talent, not the talent that society tries to make for you. Society will base your expertise and career on your grades and personality, then tell you what category you fit in best. Then they will give you the steps for acquiring those skills so that you maintain the societal framework and get run down for the rest of your life. When you speak on what you generally want to do, society is programmed to tell you that it won't make you any money or good living. If one is told these words about their vision, then that is the talent and purpose for your life. Talent originates from the word teletum, and teletum means sums of money. If one listens and trusts what the divine has put in their heart, regardless of whatever talent it is, they will make a lot of money. The amount of money that one makes is a byproduct of how strong their ability is and what it becomes. The stronger one's real talent and gift become, the more money they will earn. And in biblical texts, it says, "To each of us, grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gift." And in society, it's reversed. We're taught to follow sums of money, which kills our talent and makes us miserable. We become one of those who are living as a prisoner in Plato's cave of society. So I ask you, what would you do if money didn't exist? What would you be doing, playing, or researching? What is the one thing that brings you energy, excitement, and joy? I'm not talking about pleasures like sex, alcohol, and weekend parties that numb people from the life they are living. I'm talking about the one thing you do or think about when you're alone. What is the one thing you imagine yourself doing and becoming before your friends, elders, or society tried influencing you? For imagination is more important than knowledge, as Albert Einstein said. So one must never allow external knowledge to deceive their creativity because everything one sees in the outer world was once imagined. Alexander Graham Bell imagined the telephone, the White brothers imagined the airplane, and Carl Benz imagined the car. The world around us was made by thoughts, which turned into an idea that was spoken into creation. All these highly known individuals were labeled by society for trusting the spirit over the flesh. The flesh turns one away from their imagination, while the spirit makes the vision come to life. Imagination is a preview of life's coming attractions. It comes from the divine, and it is our mission to bring that imagination to life, for it is a show of our future and the life we are meant to live. The vision and life we see from our imagination is the gift and journey that brings out our highest nature. It is a commandment to trust it and make it happen. If we follow what the external world tells us, we are going against what the divine put us on this earth to do. Many people are deceived into following external commandments given to them by the flesh, but our true commandments come from within our spirit. Everything one sees on earth was created by a person's imagination, a vision, and commandment given to them by the divine. And in biblical texts, it says, we understand that the universe was formed by God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. So one must have faith that their vision is already in the future. True faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer or meditation. The world can't see what's within you, so they will most likely point you away from your divine destiny. It is okay to be lost, confused, and not fully understand how your vision will manifest. This misunderstanding is what makes many people listen and follow what others tell them. It is not your job to figure out how it will happen, but you must have faith in what you don't see externally. For we must walk not by sight, but by vision. For you are receiving the end result of your faith. Many people in society don't follow their vision because they look at the full picture. They are looking at everything that could go wrong and all the obstacles that prevent it from happening. They place in their mind that they don't have the resources, money, connections, or tools to make their vision manifest externally. Thus, they take the route based on their current situation. They listen to what society has engraved into their minds instead of seeking the divine to accomplish their vision. Plato once said that the real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. And according to Gandhi, the enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. Our minds protect us from doing uncomfortable things, and our minds keep us most trapped in the darkness of the cave of society. The world around us is designed to keep us worried and afraid. We all have in our brains what is called the amygdala. This part of our brain deals with our fight or flight response to fear and worry. The external world tries to keep this part of the brain activated all the time. When the amygdala is overactive, the prefrontal cortex of the brain that deals with decision-making, problem-solving, and personality development starts to weaken, and one loses the ability to think logically, creatively, and intelligently. It leads a person to become dependent on the societal leaders and the forces that are overactivating the amygdala. When this part of the brain is overactive, the vision given to you by the divine starts to fade, making one put on a fake mask and a costume to continue working and maintaining the darkness of the societal cave. If one trusts the divine and keeps moving towards the light outside the societal cave, they will see and come to know more of what the divine has in store for them. Shakespeare once said that, "For our doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt." Many have this fear engraved into them, which covers up their real self behind the mask and costume given to them in the cave of society. This fear makes them doubt their true self, making them work on the societal cave instead of their real divine vision. If one works towards their vision and what they truly want in this life, the resources they need will deliver themselves to them on their own. If they put their trust in what the eye from within has shown them, Mother Nature will bring them the tools and connections to help them climb towards their divine destiny. In biblical text, it says all one has to do is ask, and it will be given to them. Seek, and they will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to them. All it takes is the first step in perfecting that first step. Once one has perfected the first step, the divine will provide them with enough resources and connections to get them to the next level. This is how the divine builds up a person's faith, so that when the world tries to stop them, their faith overpowers the globe. The divine has to know that one is fully committed to the spirit and not the flesh. One's faith will be tested to its highest frequency when they are close to their resurrection and, more importantly, their salvation. Giving oneself entirely to the divine is when one lets go of everything they fear losing to achieve their divine mission laid out for them from within. The divine would have never placed the vision within you if you weren't capable of making it. You have to jump off that cliff and go for it, as Steve Harvey once said. And when you jump, your parachute won't open right away. You're going to have to deal with the cuts, tears, and bruises, similar to like you're being crucified. In other words, one has to fail, but realize that failure is not a destination. It is the steps one must go through to achieve their divine destiny. You will fall numerous times, but if you remain in faith and continue to pick up your cross after each fall, you will inherit the earth and experience paradise. When one places in their mind that their vision is something they must achieve rather than something that they're going to try to achieve, their parachute will eventually open and they will rise. Krishna once said, "For when a person is devoted to something with complete faith, I unify his faith in that. Then, when his faith is completely unified, he gains the objective of his devotion."